City of Tampa. It's confusing.
Okay.
I guess. Anyway.
It's by the bay, though, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
Sure. It is. Great. This is our show. Brady trying to get his 7th Super Bowl ring. Of course, Mahomes trying to run it back for his 2nd in his young, wealthy career. Welcome to Good Morning Football, presented by Truist. We are live in New York City. Those are the kind of topics we talk about, those hard-hitting ones, right here on the show. What if I told you that Matt James, the Bachelor, was going to be on our program today?
I'm telling you, he's on a quest to find love. I think I'm in.
He's a very tall man.
Hard-hitting topic, as you just advertised. I'd say we're
No,
in.
here for the right reasons.
We're here for it.
Is he here for the right reasons? We'll find
here to
out.
make friends.
It's time for the lead block. Oh, wow. Let's start off our hour night right now with, the smiley face of our very own Jeffrey Chadia. Thank you for joining us, of course. You've been following the Chiefs on their ride to Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, and now they're dealing with some injuries on the offensive line. What is the plan for protecting a less than 100% Patrick Mahomes?
Well, it's going to be hard, Kay, and really you're talking about this team being without left tackle Eric Fisher, who tore his Achilles tendon in that AFC title game, and they've been without right tackle Mitchell Schwartz for most of this season, going back to week 5 when he hurt his back against the Raiders. So this offensive line is really built around those two tackles, giving Mahomes protection, and they've never had to play a game without Schwartz or Fisher both being out. In fact, you go back to last season when Fisher was out with a groin injury for the first 6 weeks, they lost 4 games. They didn't lose any other games the rest of the year. So protecting Mahomes, keeping him upright is going to be a big factor in this game because we know those Buccaneers have a great pass rush with Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett. 48 sacks this year. The Chiefs know they have to be ready to deal with that without 2 of their best offensive linemen.
Well said, Jeffrey. We're going to keep you here, of course, bringing the guys in the conversation with us. Kyle, yesterday you gave us the formula to give teams a shot at taking down Mahomes. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you're drinking your coffee. I was like, it's usually a sign.
Ready.
Okay, is stellar defense the only way the Bucs can upset these Chiefs?
They need it, of course, but you need everything to beat the Chiefs. I think symbolically, what we've seen over these last few years, I put it like this. To beat the Chiefs, you have to hit the open shot. Meaning, when you get the ball and you're open in the corner and it's a wide open 3, you have to hit it. You cannot blow your opportunities. We've even seen it recently. Go back to that game against the Browns. The Browns had plays to be made. When Hollywood Higgins is coming down the field, you know, this is a touchdown, and he blows it. This is missing the open shot. Instead, it becomes a fumble. The Chiefs get the ball. Would they go on to win this game if he scores a touchdown there? I don't know, but they would help their chances. You have to make this play. The granddaddy of them all, what's the example of missing the open shot? Let's go to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You got to hit this shot.
Emmanuel Sanders?
You have to hit it. Would the Niners win this game if they hit this? I think they probably would. It's an infamous throw that Garoppolo missed, but like another team, you could beat them. Against the Chiefs, you can't miss free throws. You can't miss wide open shots. This is a play you have to make. And I'll tell you what, if Tampa does it, if they drop a pass on a 3rd and 12 that they could have moved the chains, or they drop a touchdown, we're going to know it. We're going to know exactly then that was the open shot that they missed. You got to make all those to beat the Chiefs. It's tough. You don't have to throw a perfect game, but when there are plays to be made, you better make them. It's that word that is so ubiquitous that we get so tired of. Execute. You got to execute, or you're going to get executed.
Yeah, I'll take you down to the ground. And if you're saying hit the open shot, they got to be physical in the paint, like the NBA 90s playoff football. Yeah, so like for me, it's the running back position, and it's Leonard Fournette and the way that he's been playing. I mean, this physical style of running, like this not only is demoralizing, it's not just a gut punch, but it also milks the clock. It also keeps Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. And we've talked about it, Leonard Fournette, from where he was, everything that he went through, been through in Jacksonville, and now being on a team that is sitting a couple of weeks away from possibly hoisting the Lombardi. It's special because we knew him as Leonard, and now we know him as Lenny, and it's playoff Lenny. He's quickly becoming one of the most famous Lennys in the world. And speaking of that, I spoke with Lenny Kravitz yesterday. Okay. Random.
You spoke with Lenny Kravitz?
I did, and he said, you know, Nate, you got to let love live. Of course, it's Lenny Kravitz.
He's the cool.
He talks like he sings. He does. So much zen. I can go on for days about the conversation I had with him. But you saw the playoff Lenny had. In the words of Lenny Kravitz, I would say, let Lenny cook. Like, don't get fooled by trying to keep up with Patrick Mahomes in the air. Tom Brady, I love you. But those 3 interceptions late in the game this past weekend, that might be a sign that you can't go blow for blow with the young quarterback. you might want to just turn around and hand it off. That way, you can control the game, control the clock, and control the narrative, which is Patrick Mahomes catching fire.
Kyle, how does Lenny from Moe's Tavern in The Simpsons play into all this?
It's a great question. Lot of duff.
Okay.
Lot of duff.
So duff is the key.
Yes.
Lenny Cook, an incredible legend in high school
Basketball player.
Lenny Cook.
Talking about hit the open shot. You see how I brought that all together?
Talk Lenny Cook.
What about nails?
Their show on that.
Was better than LeBron, Trakes.
Lenny Dykstra as well. He was in the same conversation as LeBron and Carmelo.
So if Mahomes says, "Are you going to go my way?" Like, don't get caught up and do your own thing. Okay. All right.
I got you.
do? Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
All right, so the Chiefs, unbelievable offense. Andy Reid's a genius. No one can stop them. They have all these weapons. They do the no huddle. Do you remember the 1990 Bills? Do you remember how good they were with Thurman Thomas, Hall of Famer, Andre Reid, Hall of Famer, Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer, James Lofton at the number 2 wide receiver, James Lofton, Hall of Famer, loaded, Bruce Smith on defense.
We got Metzelars?
Pete Metzelars, Keith McKellar, the K-Gun.
Yeah.
This was an awesome team. Look at those numbers from that 90 Bills, okay?
Sheesh.
They were favored in the Super Bowl. They're going up against the Giants. I want you to see this next screen. Here's how the Giants beat them. The last line of that graphic.
Talk about it.
Are you serious? They controlled the ball for 41 minutes.
Peter, this is the Norwood game, right?
41 minutes they controlled the ball. And this is the highlights right here. Hosteller to Otis Anderson. The other juice. O.J. Anderson dominated. And Nate, to your point with Leonard Fournette, there is a strategy to be played here. When you have an offense that goes fast and goes quick and goes this, your best bet is not.
Oh my God! Time out!
Hold on! Stop the show!
Stop! See that
timeout!
What in the hell?
Rewind the footage.
We just had the angriest run in Super Bowl history.
Where did that come from?
He just punched a player while running.
He wound it up like Popeye, man.
He would win MVP. Otis Anderson would control the ball, and I guess apparently he would punch Mark Kelso in the face when he was running. It was okay, but my point is this.
Pow, right in the kisser.
There is a strategy. Belichick and Parcells did it. You just keep the other team off the field and run the ball and just dominate time of possession. If Mahomes can only get on the field for 20 minutes, you've got a shot. Easier said than done. Teams have been trying to do it for 2 years. That has to be the strategy in the blueprint, and it's Fournette, and it's Ronald Jones, and it's the big nasties up front. Sorry, Brady, this one won't be on you. This has to be on the backfield.
I love that. All these ideas. I think people say like the Bucs have to have some otherworldly performance on defense to stop Mahomes and everything. Time of possession comes into play, of course. Run game comes into play. Let's bring in Jeffrey Chadia. Okay. Let's not forget over the past 10 weeks, Jeff, the Bucs offense has been the highest scoring in the entire league, putting up an average of 33.4 points a game. What do you think?
Well, I think that everybody's making great points here, but I believe the defense is what it comes down to. I just mentioned Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz being out. They have to find a way to pressure Patrick Mahomes. And if you look at the teams that have given the Chiefs problems consistently over the last couple of years, it's been teams that can rush for and play a lot of guys in coverage and really make them earn everything. And so the Chargers come to mind. I watched the Falcons do it with a much lesser defense than when the Bucs have in the season finale against the Chiefs. And, you have to go back and look at the Chiefs want to play fast. They want to be explosive. They want to make big plays. And when they're not doing that, they tend to get a bit frustrated. So I definitely think that